Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sherrod Show. I'm your host, Sherrod, for our very special Friday episode of the Sherrod Show. We have television and movie royalty in the house, in the building. We have a gentleman that has been a frequent on the Sherrod Show. He's one of my favorite. Not only is he a comedian, but he's an actor. He's a big-time actor, and also I found out he has a new hot sauce out, as well as a book. We're going to be talking to him in a moment. The man himself, Mr. Sean Kanan. But before we get to Sean, the Sherrod Show is brought to you by Pure Essence Television, where you can see some of the greatest episodes and interviews of your life, from Jay Leno to Billy D. Williams, now trending, the Temptations, the Isley Brothers, Joe Montega, you name them, they are on the Sherrod Show, courtesy of Pure Essence Television. And also, if you missed this broadcast on television, you can also listen to it on iHeartRadio. Just click the link right below, and you can smile and drive. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I met this gentleman at the Comedy Chateau in North Hollywood a couple years ago. It was such an honor, but I was shocked because I've known him as Mr. Mike Barnes on Karate Kid 3 as well as on Cobra Kai, but I did not know this man was as hilarious as he is. And he's a regular on the Sherrod Show, and he's a friend of the show. We really appreciate having him back on. The man himself, Mr. Sean Kanan, from Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless, General Hospital as well. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Thank you, my friend. It's good to be back here with you. Happy New
What's
Year.
up?
First time I've seen you in 2025.
It's awesome having you as well. Sean, you've been very busy. You've been traveling, and you have a lot of things going on. Talk
Yes.
about some of the things you have going on now.
Wow. Well, this year marks my 25th year since I started playing Deacon Sharp on The Bold and the Beautiful. So that's kind of hard to believe. What else do I have going on? My wife and I have a new book out, which is in the Way of the Cobra series. It's called Way of the Cobra Couples. And that was a great experience co-authoring that with my wife. We're going to be at the Barnes & Noble in Palm Desert on February 8th at 2 p.m. It's free, open to the public. What else do I have going on? I got my new hot sauce going on. I did a TED Talk, which is going to be coming out in the next month. So staying busy, man.
Now you mentioned something very interesting. You were being on a Bold and the Beautiful for 25 years. Now let's talk about your start for a minute. Now, Sean, so you started off on the East Coast, but how did you wind up on the West Coast?
Well, I was going to school at Boston University. I was studying political science, and I was really ready to start my acting career in earnest. And I just figured it would be easier to starve where the weather was nice in Los Angeles than in New York. So I decided I was going to transfer to UCLA, finish my political science degree in Los Angeles. And during the time that I was finishing my political science degree at UCLA is when I got the role on The Karate Kid 3. And I did eventually graduate from UCLA. It took me a little bit longer, but it turned out to be the right move coming out to Los Angeles.
But something that's very interesting, Sean, you actually know martial arts for real. You studied Shotokan karate, is that correct?
Yep. I've studied Shotokan and Shito-ryu, and I like to joke I can get my butt kicked in 5 different styles.
Now, Sean, something very interesting. Most people, they see you in very serious roles, like you're playing AJ Quartermain, on General Hospital, as well as on Young and Restless, and then Deacon Sharp, and villains. But very few people know that you are absolutely hilarious. Now, is that a side that you wanted to show later in life, or most people knew it, just not me?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I love stand-up comedy. I've been doing it off and on for years. And I think if you watch Studio City, I had the opportunity to, do some comedy on that show, which I really enjoy. I think probably I like that the most, to be honest. When you're able to make people laugh, it's an amazing feeling. It really is.
So wait a minute, Sean. You like more than kicking butt in Cobra Kai, and more than being Deacon Sharp and an AJ Quartermain. You like stand-up comedy more?
Do I like stand-up comedy more? No, I wouldn't say I like stand-up comedy more. I like doing comedy in television and film. I do like doing stand-up comedy because you have a live audience, and we don't have a live audience at Bold and the Beautiful. A lot of the things I do, we don't have a live audience. And there's nothing like that immediate reciprocity with people sitting right in front of you. And if you're making them laugh, it's great. You know that you're killing it, and you just get into a vibe. And it's an amazing feeling.
Now, Sean, are people shocked when they see you come out and stand up, opposed to the roles you've been playing for many, many years? Are they shocked, audience
I don't
too?
know, shocked. I think they're sort of like, okay, let's see what this is going to be all about, you know. So I think that they're pleasantly, they're intrigued right off the bat,
Mhm.
you know, because maybe they had just seen me, you know, on Cobra Kai or something like that, like you said, playing a guy that's a quote unquote tough guy, and then suddenly there I am, giving them a funnier perspective of, you know, what Cobra Kai and Karate Kid is all about for me. Because I try and talk about things that are, you know, real life. I think the funniest stuff is real life. The audience can sense when a comedian is making something up, and it's hard for them to get invested in it.
So now, Sean, when you look at comedians, for example, the Jerry Seinfelds, the Jay Leno's, Dave Chappelle's,
Yep.
David Allen Greer, people like that, which ones do you feel that you get your inspiration from the most?
Oh boy, you know, I grew up and I loved, you know, Eddie Murphy Raw, and I'm a big fan of Dave Chappelle. You know, growing up when I was a kid, George Carlin. Um, I don't know. You know, I just like I said, I talk about my life, and so it's very specific to who I am. Um, I try and be as original as I can be. You know, I mean, because no one else can do me. Only I can do me. And you know, if I'm gonna sink or swim, I'd rather do it showing the audience who I am as opposed to trying to maybe emulate somebody else.
You know, the funniest thing is that I grew up in Catholic school in Chicago all my life.
I
So,
married one of you.
huh?
I married one of you. My wife.
Now, you did you go to Catholic school back east?
No, I'm Jewish. My wife is Catholic though. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So it's a lot of funny experiences that happen growing up in a Catholic household, going to Catholic school with
yeah,
nuns and things like that. So
yeah.
talking about your life story, I guess is hilarious too, because there's so much material there, just how you grew up in Boston. Is that true?
Well, I grew up outside Pittsburgh, but more than that, I mean, you know, when I married Michelle, she had 4 kids, and so you know, 4 kids, or as I like to call them, the dream killers. And you know, I mean, and, you know, I've never been in the military or served in combat, but I think the closest thing to doing that is raising 4 teenage girls. Because let me tell you, that is not for the faint of heart. And I got thrust into it, and it was like one of the best experiences that ever happened to me, but tough.
Now, Sean, did they accept you when you first came in their
Well,
lives?
so in the beginning, they thought that their mother and I were just good friends, and it was all great. And then when they figured out that we were more than friends, um, that's when it started to get a little bit complicated. Um, but you know what was great about it was we had our bumps in the road and our difficulties, but I feel like I had to work for their love and their respect. And when I finally got it, it was hard earned. It wasn't just you know, your child. When you have a child, generally speaking, you know, they're already inclined to love and respect you, I think. But when it's somebody else's kids, you know, you have to work for it, and that was fine.
Very good. Now, Sean, let's talk about the inspiration behind your hot sauce. Now,
Ah, yes,
I absolutely love hot sauce on my food,
good.
tacos, chicken, and things like that. But
Yeah.
what's the inspiration behind yours? Is it martial arts motivated?
Well, my hot sauce is called Bad Boy Hot Sauce, and I chose Bad Boy because you know I'm known as Karate's Bad Boy, Mike Barnes, so I figured it was a good name. Um, and my first book was a cookbook. It's called The Modern Gentleman: Cooking and Entertaining with Sean Kanan. So I'm a foodie. I love food. I love hot sauce. And when I had the opportunity to launch this line, I was excited about learning a new business, um, doing something I love involving cooking and you know, making people happy with food, because I think food is one of the great conduits, one of the great bridges in the world. You know, there's a reason why they say, hey, let's break bread. If you sit down with somebody and you have a meal with them, you got a pretty good shot at coming away with some kind of a rapport. And I think the same is when you're bringing someone some kind of food that they're enjoying. It's a way to break the ice with them and forge a relationship. And I can't tell you how many people just love the hot sauce. Right now, it's available at badboyeats.com. We just got into a hot sauce store at the farmers market at the Grove. Just got back from a big food show in Las Vegas, and it's going to be coming to more and more places as 25 unfolds.
Now you have 2 bottles, is that correct?
Well, there's 3 different flavors. So this is Cobra Venom. Cobra Venom has
Cobra Venom.
Cobra Venom, yeah. It's got
nice.
the Carolina Reaper.
Very nice.
Super hot. But not just hot without flavor, because I didn't want to just come up with something that was, super hot but didn't taste good. Then I've got Red Pepper Punch. Red Pepper Punch uses red pepper and jalapenos and white garlic and onions and cilantro and green onions, and it's about a 5 out of 10. It's not super spicy. It's something you can use on everything. And then we've got a great flavor called Mango Madness, which is mango and habanero. It's about an 8 out of 10, and it's great on fish and chicken.
Nice. Well, I got to give me a bottle. I got to give me a bottle. And also we got to talk about your book. I got questions from the audience, but we'll get those in momentarily. Now, your book, where can I purchase the book as well?
The book you can get at Amazon.com. You can get it at BarnesandNoble.com. It's in a lot of Barnes and Nobles. And if you want to get an autographed copy, you can go to wayofthecobra.com.
Yeah, I want an autographed copy.
Wayofthecobra.com. Yes, sir.
You know now, Sean, really quick, I know you're very busy, so we're going to take a couple questions from the audience who are lining up to talk to you. This one, oh my goodness, this is a really good friend. This is from Rachel. She is from Indianapolis, Indiana. She said this is what makes me the happiest when I see Mr. Sean Kanan on the Sherrod Show. She's a huge fan. She said she absolutely loves season 6 of Cobra Kai. Her question is, will there be a season 7?
No, I don't believe there is. I think this is it. They may do some kind of spin-offs and other shows. There is a new Karate Kid film coming out with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. But as far as Cobra Kai, this is it.
Very good.
I respect that. I think they wanted to go out on top and not.
Well, it was very good. It was very good. It ended off on the top, so that's perfect. Appreciate it, Rachel. Now this one is from Lawanda. This is from Lawanda. She is actually from Davenport, Iowa. She said she absolutely loves when Sherrod has big movie stars on the show, such as Sean Kanan. Her question is, Sherrod, you were just mentioning about your hot sauce and your book. Are you going to be doing comedy in Davenport, Iowa anytime soon?
I have no plans at the moment, but that can always change. And if you have a local comedy club there, tell them you want to see me and have them get a hold of me, and I would love nothing more than to come.
Okay, very good, very good. And this last one, believe me, they're lining up for you, Sean. I knew they were going to do this, but we can't take them all, so we got one more for it. And this is from Anderson. He is from Tallahassee, Florida. He said, now this is one of my favorite, the bad boy of Karate Kid on the Sherrod Show. He's so excited. His question is, what was your favorite role that you played? Is it from Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, General Hospital, or Karate Kid, or what film or series did you enjoy the character the most?
I think something special about every role that I'm blessed and privileged enough to do. I love Deacon Sharp. It's a character that I'm the only person who's ever played it. I've played it off and on for 25 years, so it's very close to my heart. And the character has undergone a lot of change, much as I have personally. I would also say that the role I play on Studio City, which is the show that I created, is a character that's really close to my heart, Sam Stevens. But I find something interesting about every opportunity I have for work. I think you have to, and that's what for me keeps it fresh. God, I've been a professional actor now for over 40 years, and I'm as enthusiastic and passionate about it today as I was when I first started.
So, Sean, when you go to Whole Foods and they stop you and say, wait a minute, you're so-and-so, which film or movie do they stop you and say you are? Mike Barnes?
Mike Barnes a lot. I get Deacon Sharp. I still get AJ Quartermain. Yeah. So I would say those are the big 3.
Very good. Well, we got about 100 more questions, but Sean, where can the audience be able to reach out to you for you to answer their questions?
Sure. I keep my DMs on my Instagram. It's Sean.Kanan. And I would love it if you would all join my Instagram. I got the blue check mark, and I will do my best to answer everybody's questions. And again, if you want to pick up my hot sauce, It's badboyeats.com. And if you want to get the book, it's Amazon or barnesandnoble.com, or if you'd like an autographed copy, wayofthecobra.com.
You know, Sean, we really appreciate you stopping by. I got one last question for
Yes,
you.
sir.
What is your dream role, or what actor or actress do you want to co-star with besides me? We're going to do it. We're going to do an action
We're going
film
to do something,
together.
right?
Yeah, we got to do an action film together. But, you know, I don't know if you know this. My last name is Sharp.
I know it is. I know. Now, wait, do you have an E on the end of yours or not?
Yes, I have an E.
We spell it the same.
Yeah.
Hey, anything's possible, man. We could be related.
But what about your dream role or the person you work?
I tell you, I'm a huge fan of Robert Downey Jr. And I would love to work with Robert Downey Jr. I also love Nicolas Cage too. I think it'd be great to work in them. I don't know. I think, you know, it's funny as you become an older actor, in some ways, and when I say older, I don't mean my age, but maybe like 10, 12 years down the road, you know, roles maybe become a little more difficult to find, but there's new ones that you can be a part of. And I'd like to play a historic character. You know, I think to play somebody who is a famous and powerful and important person in history, and to really immerse myself in the investigative process of learning about their life, and then trying to do a transformation, and then bring it to the big screen or even television. I think that would be a challenge that I really would welcome.
Well, we're looking forward to that. You know, Sean, you have a secret that most people don't know. You have the secret of longevity. I don't know who your longevity, your career has spanned, you said, over 40 years. And, you know, Bold and Beautiful, Young and the Restless, General Hospital, that's phenomenal. And
Thank
then,
you.
you know, a recurring role on Cobra Kai. It's an honor. And so many people are inspired by you. So we really appreciate
Thank you, my
it.
friend. Thank you so much. I really, you know, it means a lot to me to come on your show and talk to your audience. And you're a terrific soul. You know, you just emanate positivity and good vibrations, man. So anytime you'll have me, I'm here for you, brother.
Sean, that's awesome. Thank you so much for the kind words. Any final thoughts?
No, just listen, please tune in, keep watching Bold and the Beautiful, and please read my book. And I'll tell you, these books are so important to me. They really are, because I know that the information inside my books has the ability to really help people with their lives. So if you're struggling and if you're looking to make some positive changes, please pick up Way of the Cobra, the sequel, which is Welcome to the Kumite, and Way of the Cobra Couples.
Awesome. Well, Sean, thank you so much for stopping by on
Take care, buddy.
Show. Make sure you buy his book. Make sure you buy his hot sauce. I am getting all three of those things, the hot sauce and his book, autographed copy. You'll see it on the next episode of The Sherrod Show. And stay tuned on the next episode of The Sherrod Show. We have Mr. Reggie Wright Jr. stopping by, as well as the iconic Mr. Billy D. Williams going to be in the studio as well. So you don't want to miss that. For Sean Kanan, The Sherrod Show, always remember, ladies and gentlemen, the best way to get back on your feet is to miss 3 car payments. I'm Sherrod. See you next time. Bye now.